I had a stint as a Uber driver. I want to say it was around 2017. I think it was about 2017. I was kind of like hurting for funds and stuff. I was just getting by, and I really needed. I was actually glad that Uber was around, so I could make some extra money, pull in some extra money. And at that time, when I was doing it, actually my cousin Laura was out here. She stayed for like 3 months and visiting us because we hadn't seen her in like many years. So she stayed here with us for a while. What I would mainly do, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't just twiddling my thumbs and going out during the week and just waiting for somebody to get buzzed to get you know um, go and pick somebody else to take it for a ride. I basically did it like Friday, Saturday nights for the most part, and I would go out probably around 6 o'clock in the evening, and I would sometimes stay. Usually, I was out till at least 1 o'clock, lots of times 3 o'clock in the morning, because I just wanted to get as many, make as much money as I could, which wasn't a lot. It was, but it kind of averaged out at that time for at about $10 an hour. It's like, but even though it was only $10 an hour, it was better than no dollars an hour because I really needed the money. So, met some interesting people. Some people just, sometimes people wouldn't say anything or talk to you at all. I remember one guy getting in. He got in the front seat. Usually people get in the back seat, but he got in the front seat and sat there. And he really didn't say anything to me at all. So I just drove him home, wherever he was going. Um, the I remember, it's like got some characters. I got, a couple of jerks, it's like that were just rude. One guy, he was there with like it was like his mom and I think his sister and then him, and he was drunk, and they put him in the front seat, and he ended up putting his feet up on my dashboard and stuff. He was just a jackass. I think they did give me a halfway decent tip, but it was just, actually it was an okay tip considering it was a jerk. I gave him, like 1 star review. But and most people, almost everybody, unless they're really rude or nasty, I gave them a decent review. You know, but there were a couple that were jackasses. There was 3 guys I picked up one time. I drove someplace, and they were just jerks. They were messing with my radio and stuff, and just being jackasses and stuff. I couldn't wait to drop them off. But most people were okay. They were either quiet or we'd have a nice conversation. It's like, talk about some interesting stuff. I remember picking up, like, I think it was 3 people. And when they got in the car, they were like in the middle of a conversation or something. And it was just, it's like, um, and I think it was at premium time, so the rates were higher and stuff. And he was saying something like, when he got in the car, it's like something about his mother had a penis, stuff like that. They were joking and stuff, and then they went on the conversation. And at some point, he goes, "It's like, well, it's like we're paying extra money on this ride trip and stuff." So I kind of pulled over for a few seconds, and I said, "Okay, you're complaining about that when your mother has a penis," and they just like busted up laughing. So it's like, because it's kind of weird to walk into a conversation. It's like me sitting there and they're having this strange, funny conversation. So anyway, it's like most of the time it was like, sometimes it was boring. I would wait for people, to get a thing, ping to go and pick somebody up. And sometimes people would cancel on me like last minute. It's like, and I drove out of my way to pick somebody up. One of the things I didn't like was one time I got stuck down near Rancho PV, Palos Verdes basically. And I was, and that's like once you get there, it's like, it's just like it goes out forever, can drag forever, pick up somebody and stuff. They probably have trouble getting people to drive down in that area because it's like, it's so, like the area is very big, it's huge, and it's, you can drive a long time for, to pick somebody up. So, and I remember one time picking somebody up, and it's like I had to wait for 5 minutes for them. So a couple of times I would go to like a house or someplace, a motel, I remember going to a motel one time, but it's like, and it was like nobody came out or they weren't there or something, so that was bizarre. So I just cancel it. I don't hear from them within a couple minutes. I just cancel it. So anyway, that was my Uber experience, and it was like it was just an interesting interesting time, and I was actually grateful that I could at least make some money off of, and earn some money from them.